Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another beer review. It is AFC Championship weekend, which means the nerves are high and we are going to be drinking a lot of fucking beers this weekend. I'm stoked. Can't wait for Sunday. It is Friday night. I have not had any beers this week. I have not reviewed any beers, and I figured it's time to let's start doing this. We might as well just drink until Sunday and kind of calm the nerves. So my beloved New England Patriots are headed to Denver to play the freaking Broncos. So they do not have a good track record there. So I'm a little nervous about that. But I figured, you know what? It is what it is. That's where they have to go. And we're going to go heavy New England beers this weekend in honor of the Patriots. So we are starting off the night with another Hill Farmstead beer from my man Jeff, a.k.a. the Beer Jesus. This is Susan. You guys can see that. A 6.2% alcohol by volume India Pale Ale brewed with Rawaka, I think is how you say it, Citra, and Mosaic hops. So really looking forward to this one. I was told in my last Hill Farmstead review that, in fact, all the beers that are named, that have people's names, are names of their ancestors. So Susan was, I think they said, their grandfather's sister, if that's right. And that would make her his great aunt? Is that right? I think something like that. Somewhere around there. I don't know. I've had a couple Hill Farmstead beers courtesy of Jeff, and I've loved them. They've been really, really good. So expecting good things from this. I think this is kind of like one of their flagship beers. I think this and Abner maybe. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong, because you awesome people always do. But yeah, really, really looking forward to it. Not a whole lot to say about it. So let's go ahead and... Ooh, nice pop on that. Let's go ahead and check this bad boy out. Or bad girl, however you want to call it. Yeah, it's been a long week. Long work week. And I've got messages from people. How come you're not posting beer reviews? You were doing stuff almost every day, blah, blah, blah. I've just been taking a little break. Nothing big. Just a little beer break. So, holy crap, I can smell that. So yeah, let's go ahead and check this out. Yeah, it's Hill Farmstead. It looks like orange juice. Gosh, they are all... I say this with Treehouse. They are one of the most consistent beers. Every single one of them looks almost exactly the same, and that's not a bad thing in my opinion. About a half a finger of bright white head, it's like soapy bubbles. Just big fluffy soapy bubbles in the middle of that. But yeah, it is like a crazy, just a glowing like orange juice holding it up to the light. It probably looks a little bit darker on camera, but it looks absolutely like Sunny Delight. It looks like Sunny Delight glass. It's crazy. It is hazy. You cannot see my fingers through it. Completely opaque. Not to like the murky levels though, but it looks absolutely awesome, and I could smell that as soon as I open it. So let's go ahead and shove our nose in it. Yeah, this is predominantly Citra for me. It is like juicy oranges. Sweet oranges, like candied oranges. But yeah, it's just Citra for days. It's oranges, it's tangerines. There's a little bit of like grapefruit kind of danky thing, but this smells like a single hopped Citra beer. It's crazy how citrus forward this is. Tropical fruits, peaches, pineapples. A killer nose on this one. It's funny because the tag says to consume this before January 20th. I don't know exactly when this was filled, but today's the 22nd, so we're 2 days past the enjoy by date, and it held up fine nose-wise in the growler. So I know, I mean, obviously you don't want to cellar hoppy beers, but with growlers, people are kind of like nervous to hold on to them if it's like a stout or something. They're fine. they'll be fine. But yeah, this reminds me a lot of Citra Showers and Kern River Citra. This is crazy. It's a very pungent nose for a 6% beer. Obviously, you're not smelling any alcohol. It smells killer. So let's go ahead and dig in. Jeff, thank you, sir. Cheers. Gosh, that's so good. This is like, just from the first sip, it's like a perfect daily drinker. If this was on tap somewhere near me, I would fucking absolutely crush these. That's so good. And the taste follows the nose. It is oranges, it is orange peel, but again, with Hill Farmstead beers, except for Society and Solitude 4, I think it was, that we reviewed last, that beer was like explosive and like crazy pungent and just like over the top awesome. This one's got the killer citrus notes, but it's soft. It's perfectly made. This beer's, it's a well-made beer. Might be a little colder than I usually drink these at, so it might change a little bit as it warms up, but as it stands, this is amazing. It's orange juice. It's like Sunny Delight. There's just a nice bitterness. It just kind of sits on the middle of your tongue. Finish is nice and juicy, but it's just Citra is dominating this beer for me. And it might have been because it sat or whenever it was filled that the other hops might have faded a little bit. I don't know. You are getting a nice little like, it's like a bitter kind of dank thing on the back end, but it just comes back with that juicy orange. This is absolutely freaking awesome. It is. It's a Citra bomb of a beer for me, and I love it. Mouthfeel's on point, like a nice like medium full. It is. It's just a killer Vermont beer. It's crazy. They're like with Treehouses. They are so consistent with their beers. I've only had like 4 or 5 beers, and they've all been from growlers. So, I mean, I don't know as far as like how a beer will stand in a growler as compared to when it's bottled and the cap is like stuck on it and sealed. But even having growler beers from them, these beers are absolutely freaking amazing. Every single one of them. I think his name is Sean Hill. I mean, he'll never watch this video, but dude, you make fucking amazing beer. It's crazy. Super consistent. And that's what I love. It sucks when you go to a store and you buy a beer and it just varies from batch to batch. Like you can buy a 6-pack and just drink a 6-pack and you're like, wow, that beer was killer. And then 2 weeks later, you go and buy another one and it's completely different. You're like, what the fuck? It seems like with Hill Farmstead, all their beers are super consistent, really, really good. They're all just like the mouthfeel is on point. It's a showcase of the hops that they're using. It's awesome. This is no different. Absolutely awesome stuff. I mean, this is world class, A+. I mean, super high A's as far as the grade goes. I think this is better than Abner that I had. It's better. I like it better than Society and Solitude 7 that we had. But it's not quite to the Society and Solitude 4. I think it was 4 that we had. That was the double Galaxy, double Citra kind of combo beer. That beer was stupid. But I mean, this is like 98, 99, probably 99, like right below 100. It's awesome. It's amazing. 6%. I mean, it's perfect. You could sit and just drink these every day. Perfect beer. So great way to start the weekend. Hopefully a weekend full of, I know it's going to be full of good beer. Hopefully it's full of good football. So Jeff, thanks again so much for sending this. If you've had Susan from Hill Farmstead, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. And it's time to open some more beers. We're going to be drinking a lot this weekend. So you will probably see me look like this in the next like 10 beer reviews. Who knows? So as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. Like I said, if you've had this, leave a comment. Yeah, I'm out of here.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the views so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.